Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk about Undiscovered by Gabriela Weiner, which has been longlisted for the International Booker, and I decided to pick this one up because I have read before from Gabriela Weiner. I have read 9 Moons and I really enjoyed it. It ended up being one of my favorites of that year. So I was very excited when I saw that there was a new book by her and it was in the International Booker long list. And so I listened to it on audio, and I really enjoyed it as well. It's about, well, she always writes autofiction, and this one focuses on mainly 2 topics. The first one is her trying to trace back his ancestry, because Wiener is Austrian last name and she's from Peru, and she has Peruvian indigenous features, and so she's kind of trying to find out where her family comes from and where the name comes from, and there is family stories of where that is, and she's trying to learn more about this person that was supposed to be her ancestor. And yeah, we kind of try to look into that, and the other part of this story is her struggling with her relationship. So she is in a polyamorous relationship. She is married to a man, Juan, who is also Peruvian, and she also has a relationship with a Spanish woman because she lives in Spain, a Spanish woman, Rosa, who is like, the 3 of them live together and they have a child together. And on top of that, she does have relationships outside that, but it's more of a short-term kind of thing. And so we kind of follow her navigating that, and the book starts with her father dying, and that kind of sparkles the interest in both of these things. Like, she's struggling personally a lot, I think, and she's also trying to find out more about her ancestors, and by default the history of Peru and the horrible things that Spanish people did there, and well, the European people did there in general. Like, colonialism is a big topic in this book, and that's what I like about this book, I think, is that it uses the author's smaller, if you want to call it smaller, experiences to bring together points about colonialism. She also goes to kind of a class that is called Decolonizing Sex or something like that, talking about why we kind of always want white European partners, and how, like, rebelling against that mindset. So there is basically this book is about colonialism, I would say, and I think that she's very skillful at connecting points about colonialism and her own life and how it affects her everyday life. I think that's the thing that I like the most about her writing, how she likes to connect with bigger topics. And there is also, like, of course, the polyamory conversation, and I like that this book just has that as a fact, and she is struggling and her relationships are a mess, but she is very clear that that's because of her, because she's struggling, not because polyamory needs to be messy and complicated. It seems that their relationship is a very respectful one and a very consensual one, and so I enjoyed that part of it, that I've never really heard much about polyamory. I mean, I have heard about it and read articles about it, but I don't think I have ever seen it in a book like this, and I have also not thought very deeply about it for myself. Like, it does look complicated, to be honest, and this book shows it in a very accepting way that I really enjoyed. for this kind of topic, so I think it's still something that is not very widely accepted, and I think this was a very good representation of it. And the final thing that I wanted to mention is that, of course, this, I mean, doesn't have a lot of a plot, but there is kind of a mystery on the search for this man that she thinks is her ancestor, and who his, like, the family really is, and who they are connected to. And at the end we do have kind of a reveal on that kind of changes things, but it's never fully explored, and I think that it makes sense, because you never really know these things for sure, right? And especially if you have a messy family ancestry, and it's muddled with colonialism and stuff like that. Yeah, it might well be that this man that she's researching was her ancestor, or it might very well be that he was a slaver of her people, or both. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, yeah, there is not much of a plot if you're the kind of person that likes plot, but there is some bit of a mystery that might be interesting. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I think it's very honest and very smart, and I'm looking forward to see if she publishes anything more, because yeah, I think her ideas are very interesting, and her way of thinking. So yeah, let me know if you have read it in the comments, what you thought about it, or if you have read any other Gabriela Weiner that maybe I will also enjoy. And until next video, bye!